dimension. In the dream, I had this apartment. It was like a studio. It was a big size studio. It fit what looked like 3 full-size beds in one studio room. And then there was a small kitchen and a bathroom and things like that. I think it also had like a pantry / where you keep brooms and things like that. And it wasn't this world, it was another dimension. And in this room, this studio room, I lived with, which is interesting. You know, that's my, and we can't get along at all in this world. And in that world, we lived together and we got along. And it was funny because she was still shorter than me. But anyway, in the dream, I had a daughter. I would say she probably looked like she was 11, 12. And she was dark-skinned. I had let her stay with her father when we separated, I guess. I don't know if we was married or not, but we broke up. And I let her stay with him because I was very poor and I could only afford to stay in this studio with. And he was very chill about it. And he was like, fine, he'll keep her. And he didn't take me to court. The dream said he didn't take me to court to get full custody or anything like that. And I knew I can get her back if I wanted to. And the arrangement was that I was going to see her for an extended time, like twice a year. And the time to see her was coming up in like a couple of months. And I was telling that it shouldn't be that way. And I said, we have this other bed, even though we was using that bed like storage, like we was filling it up with clothes and stuff on the bed and on the side of the bed, like not the whole bed, but like half of the bed and on the side because our apartment was so small. And I said, well, we need to clean it off somehow because it's not good for me to be away from my daughter like this. And we should be together because in the dream, I had full custody of her. And I was like, we should be together every day. I shouldn't let her just stay there and, you know, only see her for an extended period of time twice a year. It felt like it was twice a year when she was on vacation from school, like away from school. And it felt like it was some kind of holiday time as well. But anyway, it was like, yeah, that's a good idea, you know. So I called her father, her dad or whatever in that dimension and told him. And he was chill about it. He was like, okay, fine, I'll bring her over and bring all her things and everything. I said, okay, great. So when I called her, I got off the phone with her and then said something to me. She said something about my looks. She was saying that I wasn't the prettiest one. Was in that dream, my sister, my earth sister. And she said that she was always more prettier than you. And you never was very pretty. You didn't look that good and stuff like that, right? That's what she said. And I said, what? Now, in this dimension, that would have made me very upset because she would do things like that and say things like that. And I would just think of how evil and horrible she is. And in that dimension, I laughed it off. And I was like, you don't talk to people like that. That's not the way you talk to people. And I made fun of her. I was like, look at what you said to me. You said that I'm not the prettiest one. And, you know, that's just not what you say to people. I was like, that's not how you talk to people. You just don't say things like that. And I was laughing about it. I was cracking up laughing. And then she was looking like, oh, like as if she was going to try to do better. But I knew in that dimension that she would just say things like that. And she would do that in this dimension. But it was implied that we had traits that we normally would not get along. And it was emphasized to me that we were not supposed to get along, like in that world as well. But when she would say things and do things that in this world would normally make me say she's pure evil, I was laughing about it. And it wasn't as bad. Like the dream said, it didn't escalate. Like, how can I say it? In this world, it wasn't just her saying things. The stuff that she would do was just pure evil. The dream was saying that because I did not let it get to me like that, and I laughed it off at that point, and it didn't escalate into these nasty behaviors that she has in this world. And essentially, the dream was teaching me how to deal with people. This dream, honestly, was probably just telling me how to overlook, you know, certain things people say and do and just laugh about it and, you know, not let it get to me. Anyway, that was the dream.